We're going to start off with Ross Borden today. Ross is the founder and CEO, as most of you know, of Matador Network. He's got a great story in the works with Kina Pickett and the Airstream trailer. And Ross, I'm going to turn my video off and hand it over to you and let you take it away.
Cool. Hey guys, thanks for the time. And I'd love to quickly go around and meet everyone, or maybe we can do that afterwards. I don't want to cut too much in. I don't think we need the full 20 minutes, although I think Chris is our partner at Airstream with this. So I would love to give Chris a couple minutes to chat about the program too. So I'll just share my screen here and tell you about the program. So really fast, if you're not familiar with Matador, we are a global adventure brand, and we've been around for 15 years. So we're a publisher, but we also have a big studio. So we got 40 people just doing video at Matador Studios now. We do a lot of original content. We do tons of branded content. We are very much like a niche player in sort of like travel and outdoor adventure lifestyle. You can see our sort of competitor set there with the usual suspects of Nat Geo and Condé. And then what we like to do is bring super creative ideas and out of the box thinking for the brands that we work with. So very little of what we do is like just programmatic and stuff like that. It's more about original talent, original ideas, and then amazing content to match. So we have a 600-person influencer team. We've got, as I said, a 40-person video studio. We often have that talent star in the videos. Then we have built-in distribution on our platform for the content. So we're not a production company. We're sort of a media company with a production house built into it. We do in third-party brand partnerships a lot recently. So one example of that is that we're helping Ford launch the Ford Bronco Sport. We brought in REI, which is a really close partner of ours. So we're doing a mega program with them. We're putting the Ford Bronco in different REI stores all over the country. We're doing a custom podcast with REI. We're doing 2 video series, which are going to live across Matador's channels and REI's social channels. So that's one thing that we're doing a lot of. We have other relationships with like brands like Crocs, Airstream, which we're going to talk about today. So we love those third-party brand partnerships. We're doing SVOD stuff. We have a direct relationship with Discovery now. And then also we have a partnership with Hearst that's really exciting, that we're building in increased distribution to a lot of our video programs and content programs now live across Matador, but there's a full element of them being distributed across Hearst. And of course, we are a niche site with 8 million uniques. Hearst is one of the top 10 digital giants with 154 million. So with that scale comes amazing data. Pretty exciting for us as, you know, a pretty small company to be able to play in that arena. And then in terms of our mission, we're all about the new modern adventure. So we're really big on diversity. We've had Black travel on our masthead for 6 years now. Diversity of all kinds is just like a huge focus of ours. And then also sustainability becoming a huge part. I think especially coming out of travel, like coming out of COVID, how does travel look differently now? And both of those things actually transition well to our program with Airstream. So we've worked with Airstream before with Chris and Molly Hansen, the CMO. We work with about 200 tourism boards all over the US and the world. And a couple of them by name had been like, oh, we see what you guys are doing with like REI and these brand partnerships. We'd love to partner with Airstream because it's such a classic American road trips brand. And our whole new program is about road trips. So we did one of these in Nevada. We did one in South Dakota. And then COVID hit. And so we had the relationship and had been having a ton of fun with the Airstream brand, doing these co-branded partnerships where basically Matador creates the content, it lives on our channels and also gets distributed on the Airstream channels. And then COVID hit, and this is a classic brand storytelling story because I met Chris at brand storytelling events, I think at Elevate or at the main event. And then I also met Kina there. And Kina is a really incredible guy, ex-pro skier that turned tech entrepreneur. And so he was at brand storytelling representing, he's the CEO of his company called Zipper, which is content collaboration for content creators and brands. And we hit it off through skiing and started chatting. And then he had bought an Airstream himself. And as we were just chatting as friends, he's like, man, this Airstream's like game changer for us and my family. And they live in Bozeman, Montana. And we started hatching a plan of like, okay, why don't we do a COVID road trip proving that American families, even during a pandemic, can still safely explore and live this kind of like work anywhere, live anywhere lifestyle. We took it to Chris and Molly. They loved the idea, and sort of off we went on this program. So this is last year, and went into this year. And basically the way it would work is that Chris and Molly and Airstream outfitted Kina with some of their amazing new trailers. They would, do their route all over the US. I think it was like 14,000 mile road trip over 6 months. So just an incredible, huge winding loop around the US. And a lot of media picked it up. It got written up even by, some of our competitors at Matador, like Lonely Planet, but basically we carried the content. They're not themselves big influencers, which actually made them an absolute pleasure to work with. They were not in a rush. They're not jetting off to the next big thing. They're really cool about how we could use their likeness, their content, even, their kids, obviously. So YETI came in a big way. We did a big content program with YETI. General Motors came in as our tow partner, sold it to 6 different tourism boards that we work with. And it was a super successful program. And so basically now we're doing Beyondland 2021, and we're doing it bigger and better. Airstream, again, really involved with, and I want to let Chris talk about that, but we're just starting to sort of plot their map for this year, and they just pulled out of their driveway like yesterday. So we're super excited about it. We're talking to more brands than ever about the program. But essentially the way it works is, each one, the Matador Studios production team goes and meets them when we have a commercial shoot. We shoot with them for 5 days or so. We create a bunch of content. Matador distributes that content across our platform. Airstream does the same. And then all the content partners or the advertiser partner has the rights to use basically any of that content in perpetuity on their O&O channels. And we even have a potential partnership with Jason Hermes from the Weather Group for Weather Channel, where we're actually going to show not squished between like a Geico ad and a car ad, but actually show the long form content between the live weather segments. So a 2 to 3 minute video of the Picketts exploring with the brand integration on linear television. So yeah, Chris, I don't know if you want to add something, but would love for you to chime in as well.
If I can find the right button to click. Okay. No, I mean, this for us on the Airstream side, company is 90 years old, much smaller than people think we are. So the opportunity for us to partner with Ross and others we like to call it the third leg in a stool, to help create or augment an experience and leverage our channels to do it is always wonderful. And the interesting business challenge for us is like, we haven't really changed the exterior of the vehicle in 90 years. It's round and shiny and aluminum. So whenever there's opportunities for us at scale to tell stories or show the experience, we're all in. So it's great when these things line up, and you have Kina, who's just a great ambassador for us on top of that, and then the storytelling ability and distribution with Matador has been awesome.
Thanks, Chris. So yeah, I'd love to, without knowing where all of you work, but I would love to address any questions. If you guys have questions about the program, either how it went, sort of the case study from last year, or where we're going in 2021 with this.
Hey, Ross, Rick here, I'll jump in. You might want to, if we're done, you could stop the screen share so we can go back in the gallery and everybody can see each other. But my question, first of all, is where's Kina going to go this season? What's the plan? Where's the trip going to take him?
The plan is just starting to unfold, but it's looking like tourism board wise, we've already got looks like 3 to 4 states already signed up. We're talking to a bunch of cities, states. Not everyone is really like eligible or perfect fit. The whole part of this thing that was cool was that they're, especially obviously during the heat of the pandemic, they're like avoiding people, avoiding cities. They're going out and camping on essentially public land. They have a compostable toilet. They have amazing solar panels. They've got satellite Wi-Fi. So the point is that they could take this thing out anywhere. So we've already got some tourism stuff really all over the country coming down. And then we're also increasingly at a really exciting call yesterday with some CPG brands, because the kids are like, as you can see, just like the cutest kids ever. I was actually just with these guys in Montana a couple weeks ago, and they're just an amazing family. And there's also a technology story, because part of, and I don't want to speak for Chris, but I think part of what's exciting from Airstream's side is this incredible lifestyle. And I think of Kina and Nelly as like lifestyle designers. They've created this lifestyle for themselves where they do have a home base, which is a beautiful home in Bozeman, but they can have something where their kids are getting homeschooled, which most kids are on distance learning anyway right now. They are, Kina's still doing his work. He can sort of carve out a little enclave of the trailer to be his office. And then he finishes work, closes up the laptop, and he's like out on the mountain bike with the kids. And they're living this like super adventure and perfect connection to nature lifestyle as a family. So we're excited about, not only geographically where we're going to go, but where we're going to take it from a brand perspective, because I feel like there's a lot of different kinds of brands to get excited about.
Well, we've got Mark Lapidus in here from the Brand USA. Mark, this could be interesting for your OTT channel. This is life in America. By the way, I'm hooking my own Airstream up in about 15 days and heading from Dana Point to Missouri to see my daughter Riley graduate from University of Missouri. I have my own little adventure going on here with my Airstream. And Chris, I just picked up a new 27-foot Globetrotter, so I think I've got one like yours now. Yeah, much better than the 23. Mark, what do you think? Any thoughts about this program?
First of all, I have to say, Ross, I'm digging the beard.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I got on a call with one of our clients yesterday, and he's like, "What happened?" I was like, "That's hell of a way to start a conversation. Someone you haven't talked to." But thanks. Yeah, it's pretty big right now.
Rick, you don't know, but Ross and I are actually old friends.
Yep.
Yeah, we go back. So we actually have our own Airstream, believe it or not. It's been parked in the Hudson Valley for over a year, but we're also looking forward to getting it back out on the road. A very different use than Ross is deploying it for, but we hire influencers actually to come over, stay in the Airstream, and then off they go.
Yep. That's the is it Connecting America's program?
It's part of our United Stories campaign.
United
actually.
Stories. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could talk to you guys all day about Matador, but I feel like that's misuse of time since we were just talking about this specific program. Does anyone else have questions?
How about comments and input too? Or this is a collaborative experience here. So any ideas that you might have as far as potential partners that you might suggest, or anything that would help enhance the program and bring it to life. Any ideas? That's what we're here for.
I'm really impressed with Matador. I have to say, I've been in the video space for 20 years, and it's great to learn about you. I don't know how I didn't know, but now I do, and I'm really, really impressed with your traction.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
Matt, you and Ross need to have a little sidebar here. Matt Wasserloff and I have known each other for longer than we probably want to admit right now. But Matt's a pioneer in the digital video space, and the two of you really should connect after this call sometime.
Be awesome. Thank you.
Cool.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah, Ross, I have a quick question. Elias from United Airlines here. I do partner with a lot of the tourism boards. Do you have any kind of case study, creative, and so on that you can share with me separately, just to understand what the campaign would look like, the channels, and so on?
Yeah, absolutely, Elias. And it's great. It would be great to connect because we do, as I said, we work with, 35 states and a lot of national tourism boards like Ireland, Scotland, Britain, Canada. We've worked with Brand USA on multiple programs. So we do a lot of co-op programs between airlines and DMOs. So I'd have a lot to show you as like examples of that. So that
that'd be great. Thank you.
Ross, how's the production happen on the road? Who's doing the shooting?
We have a rotating team. So it's just like a normal Matador shoot. We deploy a team of 3 to 4 people and meet up with Kina on the road. So scheduling is a little trickier than normal because they can't just jump on a plane and be somewhere the next day. There's quite a bit of driving, and we don't want to zigzag them through the entire United States. So, but it's worked out pretty well. And so they drive. And then our team flies in and meets them where the shoot is going to happen. So we shot in Idaho last year. We shot in South Dakota. We shot in Florida. We shot all over the place. Shot YETI partly in Montana, partly in Oregon. So each of those times we had a team sort of go and spend some days with them. And it was fun, talking to Kina when we were visiting them in Bozeman the other day. They've really gotten to know, even their kids have gotten to know our filmmakers. So they're like, when's Uncle Spo coming back? When are we doing the next shoot with Uncle Spo or with Brian? So it's pretty cool that the whole family's like gotten to know a lot of our crew through this program.
And you got GM on board for the last season as the tow vehicle?
Yep. Yeah, we had GMC. It was a pretty exciting sort of like last minute thing, but we got some great content. It's called Find Your Line. I can send, if anyone's interested, I can send you kind of all of it, all the content. And then also if you go to our homepage, matadornetwork.com, you can also see like, this is the YETI program, where we did some short social videos and then the hero video with them. And then this is the page, you'll find a link to this on our homepage, which has like sort of the intro video, what the program's all about, and then all the content that we've done from last year.
So are you looking for a group of brands, what you did last year? So it's not an exclusive. There could be several different brands participating, right?
Yeah. Yep. Several different brands participating. And I mean, we could do exclusivity in a certain category. Obviously, we can only do like one auto per year. The only brands I'd say were already off the bat would not be exclusive would be, sorry, I don't know if you guys even saw this. This is the YETI landing page I was trying to show you earlier. Would be destination tourism boards, obviously, because they're going to so many different places. But I think maybe with CPG, we'd have some exclusivity. With auto, we'll do exclusivity, and kind of play it by ear.
Trying to think of some of the brands that we have in the network here that we want to send this recording to. I'll ping you on that offline. Thinking of Cliff Bar for one, might be a name.
Yeah, we were talking to Drew about it. They're interested.
Okay. Yeah, oh, good. I'll think up some more and send them your way. We're bucking right up on 20 minutes right now. So unless you have any last closing comments, Ross or Chris, anything, we'll move on to the next.
I don't. Just want to say thanks for everyone for joining. Nice to meet everyone. Hope to get to chat with all of you more in the future. But appreciate you guys.
Thanks for being here, Ross and Chris. Stick around if you can. We've got a couple of other great stories that we're going to have presented